It is always a good time for football here in the city of Pittsburgh. Welcome to Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, a good one here in the AFC. It's the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Please welcome your 2026 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. To return it, here's Isaiah Williams. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone amidst their second act as an NFL QB. He was a second-rounder back in 2013, Geno Smith.
Not been a whole lot of careers quite like Geno's. The miraculous second act of his career in 2022 is now old news. And I think it's because of a stubbornness, a stick-to-itiveness, and a competitiveness that few have.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Jets first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. They go play action. Here's Smith. And no look there. That throw falls to the ground.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Smith. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping him off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting him even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
Now on 4th down, here's Austin McNamara out to punt for the Jets. Ooh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. They're led out by one of the game's most tenured veterans and most decorated quarterbacks of all time, Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Steelers have a first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Play action here with Rodgers. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. Has it up to his own 45 on a small gain. Jarvis Brownlee there to make that play.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. and that's what the best tight ends will get you.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Throwing again, Rodgers. Has it downfield near the boundary. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. A pickup of 17. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh. Well, when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our first point to this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and the Steelers have a first down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football and defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
You know, Kate, you'll get a little bit of grace for a drop in the first frame, but that's one, as this game goes on, he's got to have. It's hard on 3rd down to execute. And with the ball in your hands, you got to find a way to catch it.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, and a little early momentum with that field goal.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. He's got a lane up past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Smith in the pistol. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. This is ahead for about 5. Hit applied by Keanu Benton.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Smith on 3rd and short. Escapes the pocket. He's going to run for it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Pressure comes. Smith finds a man. Mason Taylor has it. He did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Play fake. Here's Smith. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They give on 2nd to Hall. He started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
To the air on 3rd and long. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
10 more yards. Patrick Queen on the tackle. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 24-yard line.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Pickup of 2 here, and it's good for a New York first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Smith on first down. Steelers bringing pressure, no place to go, down he goes. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. Shotgun snap to Smith. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Third and long for him here. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that fourth down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. This will be a 44-yard look. Sanders sends it through. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Johnson now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their second drive of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, Steelers to the line now. First and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up second and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Now Rodgers. It's a screen play to Warren. And they don't get any help on this second down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Here we go, goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. They sneak it with Rodgers. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Trying an inside give to Warren. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Warren once more. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Warren quick on the draw. He dodged the tackle. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
This dude was just not going to be stopped, not by the first defender, heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
On 2nd down, Warren. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop it. Big gain, 14 on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
That's another Steelers first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
From the gun, a run for Dowdle. They'll cobble together a yard there. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Rodgers from the gun. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Rodgers going to throw here, 3rd down. Defense is too much here, and the Jets drag him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They start to drive at home. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. All gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Jets 1st down. 1st and 10.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, Smith. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Jets 1st down.
1st down. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Jets.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack them only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Play action. Here's Smith. Finds a man right side. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Out of the gun, here's Smith. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But it looked like someone on the Jets got to it first, so the Jets hold on to the football. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do, got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 4th and long.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and third downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
Rough snap. He did not get much into it, and this is going to wind up short. And we do not get a third field goal of the game as we stay tied at 3-3.
Hey, whether it's a good hold or not, the process is the same for that kicker. He's going to catch some unfair blame on this one, Kate, because it was the snap that just set everything off. Not accurate enough, and that left the holder scrambling to try to get his job done, and none of them, unfortunately, could.
First down now, ball at the 33. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials.
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still first down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Warren running between the tackles. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Steelers first down.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at first down here. Rodgers off the play action. Throw left side finds Freiermuth. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Counterplay here, Warren. Escapes the defender. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run and he can get a first down too.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Rodgers going to throw on first. Into a crowd and intercepted! Minka Fitzpatrick has got it!
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
The Jets offense now set to take over. They left a few on the table there last time out, Bronx, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. Buys time, rolling right. And he's tackled for no gain.
Well, I think all quarterbacks have been there before. You start scrambling, you're hoping for something to materialize, and nothing does. You just try to get back to the line, live to play another day, and more importantly, avoid a loss.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. They go play action. Here's Smith. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
I can say this definitively. That is not the way you think your defense is giving you the football. Don't follow that other quarterback steps and toss it right back to him. He got away with one.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. The Steelers and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Rodgers to throw. Jets bringing pressure, and they got him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards, but Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Offense going with a 4-receiver set, 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 2nd quarter lead. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Chris Boswell for the point after. He hits it true, despite some issues with that snap. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. Wangu now to return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw was looking for Mason Taylor. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. If you couldn't do it.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Austin McNamara on now to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Jet in some discomfort following that play. Now the punt return nearly didn't. The offense getting a chance to find the end zone here themselves. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun handoff to Warren. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
From the shotgun, here's Rogers. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. To throw, Rogers. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. Boswell able to knock it through. And despite that bad snap, they're able to tack on 3.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now here comes the New York offense. They're down 10 as they take over. We've got a 13-3 ball game. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Throw right side, cut by Wilson. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Same guy, Wilson again. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Smith in the pistol. That's Mitchell on the slant. And they make the tackle at the 38. A gain of 15 there. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
And the Jets, 1st down. A gain of 15. 1st down, New York.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On the counter, Hall. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this 1st half. And you better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters. And if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
Steelers in the dime for this 3rd down. Now Smith. That one's incomplete over the middle. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. And his job's done, and it is a job well done. That punt fights deep into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 7. The Steelers and Jaylen Warren headed back out there offensively. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for 1st half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Play action here with Rodgers. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, You really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. They go with Warren on the run. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And the Steelers have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that one.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they're here. They'll air it out on 3rd. One's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
On 4th down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. Back deep is Williams. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. The Jets out to begin another drive. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter block. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. New York to the line. 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. Smith on 1st down. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. And now they face 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air. It's Smith. On him quick, and they bring it down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Guys out wide. Here we go. 3rd and long. 3rd and long for him here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Even on 3rd and long, he still couldn't bring himself to force the throw right there, and that's okay. As coordinators will like to say, every drive that ends with a kick we can live with. Don't put the ball in harm's way.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Ball taken in at the 36. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Steelers and Jaylen Warren headed back out there offensively. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
with how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. To throw is Rodgers. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throw here, third down. Throwing this one back of the end zone. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's fourth down.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. Hall running between the tackles. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. They go right back to Hall. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Smith on 3rd and short. It's caught by Wilson, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Jets first down. 1st and 10.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. Ooh, he made most of that one, didn't he? Give him 9 yards on that 1st down carry.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. From the gun, Smith. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. On the sneak, it's Smith. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
A tie in baseball, Kate? Well, we know it goes to the runner. A tie at the line of scrimmage on a sneak? Well, in this case, it goes to the defense.
Another punt coming up. Austin McNamara to again do the honors. Wilson back deep for the return. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. The Steelers and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 19-yard line.
So when we come back, Brock, it's going to be 2nd and 8, so we've reached our 2-minute warning. The Steelers leading the way here in Acrisure. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Tight end going in motion here. Rodgers from the gun. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll throw 3rd and long. Pass him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here's Cameron Johnston to punt it away once more. And they could really use a good one here. Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Jets offense now set to take over. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
New set of downs for him from the 31. On 1st down, here's Smith. In trouble now, and the ball is out. And the Steelers get to it. Nothing doing on the return, but the damage already done, partner. They take it away on the fumble.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Now a give to Warren, coming right. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
What you got? Come on, show 'em what you got.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll go again with Warren. And he has enough room to gain about 4. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Again, the give to Warren. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Only a yard on the game there, and now it's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 4.
It's now
Okay, this is going to be a
3rd and
fascinating
goal.
call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and goal.
Well, I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
Boswell able to knock it through. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Kate, I call that a win-win in the first half. You win on the scoreboard, obviously, by adding 3 and adding to your lead, but you also win mentally, making your opponent know if they make a mistake, you're going to capitalize.
Chris Boswell to kick
Now
off for
Boswell on to
Pittsburgh.
send this away. Wangu now to return. A pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Jets headed out on offense late in this first half. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They're probably going to try to get this into field goal range, trying to trim that lead. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Smith. He's past the 35. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Smith. Taylor going downfield. It's caught. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down.
From the 40-yard line now, and this is 1st and 10. Smith setting the throw. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this is no good. From this distance, issues on that snap are going to doom you every time. And that'll keep the deficit at 13.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, 2nd down. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. 3rd quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. Now he's York to kick this one away. On the return, it's Jalen Warren. Finds some space. He's past the 30. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stopped. We'll see the Steeler offense first this half as they're headed out now. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Run from Warren here to start the 3rd. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
You know, we love to talk about corners, those corners that both love to tackle and cover. It's kind of the same thing with these defensive ends. Most of them love sacks. They love rushing the quarterback. But those that run down a toss play like that, they separate themselves from others.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on.
Connects on the crosser. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Steelers set to punt it, and he's been getting all of it every time out. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Smith to the air now. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Unable to find Adonai Mitchell with that one. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Smith will try again on 2nd. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Free play here. Let's see what he does. Trying for the deep ball. Big gain downfield. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. So the deep shot connects and the free play, Brock, made it really easy to decline that offsides flag.
That penalty is declined.
So flip the field, folks. It's 1st and 10 inside of enemy territory now. They'll run here following the penalty. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. He keeps it and takes off. And muster a little down to the 30. Brought down by the 4-time All-Pro Cameron Hayward.
That's that's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. To the air on 3rd and long. They set up the screen here for Hall. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They gain 11 on that play, and that's good for a Jets first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hurl this one away. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. Throwing is Smith. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Last 2 passes haven't worked out. Another one likely coming. It's 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. It's just a 26-yarder down the middle. Sanders sends it through. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Johnson with a return here. This makes it up to the 25. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Warren running between the tackles. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Only took them 1 play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Incomplete pass on first down, so still at the 40. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
Jets into the nickel, 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them, trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
It's now 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Their punter making his way out now. Fields this at the 19. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Jets back on offense, led out by Geno Smith. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. First call here coming from the shotgun. They start the drive at home. That's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, a nice little run to set the table.
2nd and a yard.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Here's Hall once more. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st down now, ball at the 33. It's Hall on the carry. Having gained about a handful there. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. From the gun, it's Hall. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Stopped by the perennial All-Pro and Defensive Player of the Year contender. That's T.J. Watt.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
5 DBs out there for the Steelers. 3rd down. Here's Smith. That's caught for the 1st. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Now they send their back in motion right. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
The ultimate team sport still has so many times games within the game, individual battles, and right now, they don't have an answer for this guy. It may be time to turn the line to Chip to find some way to protect the quarterback.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Smith back to throw. Big game continuing here for Wilson. And they had somebody there for that quick stop, but a nice completion gets him across midfield.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Smith. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
So out now comes the punter. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Trying an inside give to Warren. And his charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. He finds him over the middle. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. And they sneak it with Rodgers. And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
Warren quick on the draw. Didn't sell the draw enough, and he pays the price. He's headed the wrong direction, backs him up for 2nd down.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Rodgers to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. Ooh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. Little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Jets down receiver Garrett Wilson back out to take possession. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this 2nd half. New York to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. He And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker.
44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Play fake. Here's Smith. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
That's a very quick trigger, and the hurry throw was much tougher to complete. He may have rushed that one thinking the pressure was just about to get to him in the pocket.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. They'll air it out on third. And the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up fourth down.
Just an incredible, incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Austin McNamara will kick this away. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. First and 10. Shotgun handoff to Warren. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Well, that run may not have moved the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
7 yards on that last play, so this is second and 3. Rodgers from the gun. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now they have third and short.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Now Rodgers on his third and short. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable in an incomplete.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this effort's going to give him an even half dozen tonight. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Jets, down receiver Garrett Wilson, back out to take possession. And they had to wave that white flag on their last drive, Brock, hoping to avoid having to call that punter this time out.
Yeah, you get several chances a game, on average, somewhere around 10 possessions, and you know not all of them are going to pan out. So you got to forget what lies behind and keep pressing on to the journey ahead.
Jets getting ready for this first and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. The play fake. Now Smith to throw. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
This is one of those moments that I am just at a loss for words. We just saw a record-tying 12th sack in this ball game. And it really is on two sides of it. On one side of it offensively, well, this has been impossible to block these guys. But, Kate, I have got to celebrate what we're seeing defensively. Just the 6th team in the history of this game to notch 12 sacks in one ball game.
3rd and long for him here. And he can't escape this one. They get to him for a nice exclamation point to end this 3rd quarter. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. The Jets have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Punt team on the field. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Not much room, but he's still able to crush it. Has some daylight through the 40. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Caught by 1 out of the backfield. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Rodgers will look to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Looking for Michael Pittman Jr. on that throw. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now here's Rodgers. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
On now comes their punter. It'll be Cameron Johnston doing the honors. That's taken at the 15. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now here comes the New York offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Smith. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. There's so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Smith. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Third and long, they're going to throw. Look at that power, deep left side. Big gain downfield. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. So that's going to go as a pickup of 36 yards. And it's good for a New York first down.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. It's like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Smith on first down. He's going to keep it this time. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Jets first down.
First down. It's a gain of 10.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On first down, here's Smith. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Back to the air. It's Smith. And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and two straight incompletions that made this third down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. To the air on third and long. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Hey, listen, drops happen in football, even from the best at every level. Nothing more to do but shake it off and move forward, because the next throw might be right back your way.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. Slow snap, and they're in to block it. It's picked up inside the 45. Finds a seam, left side, is off to the races. And they scoop up the block and don't stop until they reach pay dirt. A shout out to the special teamers, Brock. They got somebody in free to block that kick, and things just got better from there as he took it all the way back.
These special teams coaches, they live in dark places, man, and they look for any vulnerability they can. A lot of times, we're a step slow, just a millisecond away. Not that time. It pays off in the biggest of ways.
Boswell to add the PAT. He connects on the point after. And the Steelers take a 3-possession lead.
Steelers 23, Jets 6.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Wangu now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Jets out to begin another drive. They had their field goal blocked last time out, so 3 points poorer on the scoreboard than they expected to be right here. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's first and 10. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. On the counter, Hall. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And any time it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Smith on 3rd and short. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now we give to Warren, coming right. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Now we get to that good old-fashioned situational football. In my eyes, Kate, all over this defense. How can you now respond after giving up such a long run?
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Warren once more. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Rodgers set to pass. Escapes the pocket.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. No run, it's Warren. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively. They've made it 4th and goal. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Boswell able to knock it through. And they're able to convert despite that errant snap.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. The turnover on downs only led to 3. Obviously better than a touchdown, but enough to rattle them a bit as they return to the field. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Smith. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped it incomplete on 1st down. Well, those are the looks they have hoped would open up by this point in the game, Brock, but still got some guys sitting on those throws, and they nearly made a splash play.
You know, as a quarterback, when you throw in the middle of the field, there's just simply more defenders in harm's way, and you've got to see that window open. He got away with one there.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Let's build this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
It's a nickel look from the Steelers here on 3rd. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again! And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
4th and forever coming up. They're going to try to throw for it. Ooh, put some air under this one, right side. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Warren here from the gun. Oh, he loses the football. But I believe a Steeler was first to that football. They make the recovery and keep possession. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Hey, listen, drops happen in football. It is a part of the game, even for the very best. Nothing more to do about it now than shake it off and move forward, because the next throw might be coming right back your way.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. This one from 42 yards out. Boswell able to knock it through. And they push their lead to 23.
Boy, that's a familiar path he's taken here. Now the 5th time he's run out and gotten the job done. I know. You'd rather have him be PATs, but it's been nice having that reliable leg to turn to all game long.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Jets offense now set to take over. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. New York to the line, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets him the first partner, but they are already acting like this one's not going to stand. Let's listen.
Downfield.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still first down.
Shotgun snap to Smith. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete.
Intended for Adonai Mitchell. Incomplete. He was defended by Jamel Dean.
Prior pass, no good, so here comes 2nd down. From the gun, Smith. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Smith to the air now. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. The Steelers and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. First and 10 from the 32. They'll start the drive with Warren. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First down, Smith to throw. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
So at the 20, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Smith. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They'll throw. 3rd and long. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
True story, Kate. After practice one time, the head coach in the NFL said, "I'm done with my fault. I'm done with my bad. No more of that tapping on your chest." That was an example of the quarterback delivering a perfect pass. And the receiver, do your job.
Desperation time here on 4th. Pushes it toward the sideline, and he has it. Feet are in bounds. They come through, massive gain there on 4th down. Give him 24 yards. Mike Tomlin never afraid to tell the officials how he feels, and he's got the challenge flag out.
Previous play is under review.
We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Mike Tomlin shaking his head. That challenge is unsuccessful. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. And go play fake here with Smith. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Smith to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Five DBs out there for the Steelers. 3rd down. Running back sent in motion. 3rd and long for him here. And they can't connect on the 3rd down. Deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
And again, they drop the interception. This time it's a good thing, though. Much better field position without it, thanks to the turnover on downs. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Warren running between the tackles. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
On second down, Warren. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be third down.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. They'll air it out on third. Short pass brought in. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And they wanted to add 3 more there, but silver lining, they aren't exactly hurting for a big lead at this juncture. The Jets back on offense, led out by Geno Smith. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Smith setting the throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
And with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Smith will try again on second. Lost control of another one. But it looked like someone on the Jets got to it first, so the Jets hold on to the football. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed. They got him the ball back.
So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on third. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The Steelers offense headed out. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. They've got first down here from the 36. Here's Rodgers. Completed over the middle. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers, well, they can probably just run away and hide. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Now Warren. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
Encroachment. Defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of third down, they're now defending
Automatic
first and
first
10. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. On the counter, Dowdle. Not much space available there, maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down.
He was brought down by Deshaun Wright. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and...
So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. Well, Brock, when it comes down to it, never an easy task trying to knock off a team inside their own building, right? You really see them come out with just a different kind of energy.
It's what every player is told, dating back to your Pop Warner and high school days. Defend your home turf. When somebody comes in and tries to knock you off inside your own building, well, you need to have the fortitude, the guts, the resolve to fight back and go get those wins. What an energized locker room right now. It always